Hey, good morning. I'm Mr. Know-It-All. She's Mrs. Know-It-Nothing. Today we're going to talk about a few important points, maybe not so important points. We'll go through it anyway. Shapes of the swing. My shape versus her shape. You're going to see my shape's going to take you places. Her shape, you're going to be lost. So on the bodies, for a start, I think it's time we stop this pushing motion. Stop it. Just absolutely stop it. I think we should chip it. Chip it and chop it, going like this all day long on the bodies. Really going to take you places. Then, forehand ground stroke. No circular swing, no lifting. I think we should wipe it. We should start adding some sauce. You've really got to get this wiping motion going. Don't go to the target. Swing away from the target. Have your ball go to the side. Move your opponent around, flicking your wrist. That's the shape we want. Then on the serve and the overhead, you need to have the high five motion. Hand in this position and just hit the ball like this. No hitting the ball with the throwing motion. Just high five, block it like this. Gabby, let's see your version of shapes of the swing.
Oh my soul, Dad. That is so wrong. Your forehand volley, your double backhand volley, and your one-handed backhand volley is a pushing motion. It's a linear motion. Your path of the racket needs to go towards the path of the target. And on your forehand ground stroke, your backhand ground stroke, and even on your one-handed backhand ground stroke, it's a lifting motion. It's a circular motion. And on the overhead and on the serve, it's a throwing motion. And if you would have a camera look on top of me, you'll see it would be a figure 8 motion. So don't worry about that.
Boys and girls, I think you know which one to choose. It's simply awesome. Choose my way, the highway. Now, very important, we're going to talk about shadow swinging. Shadow swinging. No way. Have you ever seen a golfer go there and do a shadow swing? Doesn't exist. Have you ever seen a shadow boxer going in the ring and just shadow swinging no one? Imagining Mike Tyson's over there, just shadow swinging, no one's there. Looks crazy, man. Stop that nonsense. We should just stop shadow swinging. I say get on the court, just smack the people off the court. Woo. Just smack them off the court. Shadow swinging, that's boring, man. It's going to take you nowhere, just simply nowhere. Why would you go stand in front of a mirror, look at yourself, tell yourself you're awesome? You're already awesome. I mean, if you're like me, it's simply amazing, man. Just standing in front of the mirror, no ways. Just go brush my teeth every morning, looking in the mirror. I'm already awesome. Don't need to go through routines. Nothing. Those things, doesn't work. That's in the old days. These are the good new days, baby. No shadow swinging required. What do you have to say, Gabby?
Oh my word, Dad. Shadow swinging is very important. First, you need to get your basics ready before you can hit a live ball. So let me take you through the 42-second routine, which is known as shadow swing. On the ready position for your forehand volley.
Hashtag boring.
Ready position for your forehand ground stroke. Your double backhand volley.
Oh my word.
Your double backhand ground stroke. Your one-handed backhand volley. Your one-handed backhand underspin. Your one-handed backhand ground stroke. Your overhead. And the most important shot in tennis, your serve. Shadow swinging is very important, people. Choose me.
No ways. No ways. Look at her. She's so down on herself. She's so negative. She needs to get pumped, baby. All about attitude, being positive in life. She looks so negative doing her shadow swinging routine. No way. Right, last thing we want to talk briefly about is targets. Now, when we get back on the tennis court, baby, we're going to make them move. We're going to make them run. What are you going to do? What you need to do. Oh, sorry about that. Right, targets, really important. You want to aim over here. You want to aim over here. And you want to aim over here. And then with your volleys, you really got to knife it, baby. Really want to just get your volley right over there in the corner. Right over there in the corner. Really got to make your opponent move. These things you put on the cones and you hit to targets, that's for nonsense. That's for beginners. You guys are advanced. You guys are high performance players. should start acting like high performance players. Hit the ball out to the side, make your opponent run, make them look tired. Then at the water break, change over. I just look so good. They just look so pathetic. What do you have to say about targets, Gabby?
Dad, just stop. It's so wrong. Just get this off the board, please.
I don't think so, lady.
I think so.
Right, let's switch sides. See what you've got, what you're all about.
Now, let me show you real tennis targets.
Yeah, right.
So in the middle of the baseline, you gotta measure 5 feet. And there, you get this big cone. And we call this the Djokovic cone.
I play Djokovic.
Because we call this a Djokovic cone because he plays this target all day against Rafa. Because Rafa loves to run and to play angles. Because an angle creates another angle. So this one will be 5 feet. And then the 2 side cones would be the same. So it's 3 feet from the baseline and 3 feet from the single sideline. And there you will get your cone. And it's going to be 3 feet in and 3 feet out. And it's going to be the same on the other side. Now, for these targets, we call these the treasures. So how to get the treasures? You're going to draw an X in the service block. And then there where the X crosses, you're going to get your target and you're going to do the same on the other side of the block.
Gabby, can you just interrupt, lady? This is tennis class, baby. This is no artwork, please. Okay. Right, Gabby, is this your targets?
Yep, the right targets.
The right targets. Okay, boys and girls, well, there you go. In a nutshell, this morning's lesson. Now, just bringing in a little bit of humor. Just a couple of things to talk about. On your forehand volley, it truly is a pushing motion. It's a linear swing. You've got to go towards your target. Then, shadow swinging, or actually, let me just finish. On your ground strokes, it's definitely going to be lifting with a circular motion, for sure. The pros do it. What we're basically trying to help you guys with is what the pros do. Then on the serve and the overhead, it's a throwing motion. Now, I talked about a high five motion going in this position, facing forward, and then just blocking the ball. It's actually scary when you see a young kid actually can throw a ball like this, really throw it. And then once you put the racket in their hands, their IQ is cut in half. And all of a sudden, because there's so many opinions, the kid's face is in this position and just does this. That is not tennis. That is a different sport, but that's not the sport I know and I love. Then regarding shadow swinging, it is important. If a boxer for hours can shadow box, if a golfer can shadow swing, and if a cricket player, I mean Virat Kohli, Steve Smith, those great players, once they get into the nets, they have a routine. We're asking you to do 5 minutes of shadow swinging in the morning, 5 minutes at the night. You build up myelin. Now, myelin, it's a whole discussion point on its own, but that's what you want to build up. It's going to help you be more smooth with your swings. Now, 2 types of shadow swinging. One, you stay indoors. You stay indoors and you go through a shadow swing routine, okay, and you do it really slowly. The reason why you're going to do it slowly, okay, it's because it's going to show your inefficiencies. Okay, now efficient versus inefficient. Efficiency is the economy of motion. It's going to be the least amount of moving parts, the least amount of muscle recruitment. And what we also like to do is when our students go through shadow routines, we can see if they are efficient or not. Like you could see my volleys, there's a lot happening, and Gabby's was simply just smooth going towards the target. Then targets, my targets are totally wrong. Okay, aim small, miss small. You want to aim on the inside of your target. Between the 3 cones on the baseline, you can drive a truck through it. Now, targets should be predetermined. Those 5 targets Gabby showed you this morning, if you could work out on a piece of paper, go put down the targets, and you just memorize those targets, it's predetermined when you go play matches and you practice, and that becomes your emotional anchor, which means your decisions is made before even the ball's being struck. You know where your target is, and you're going to be really, really stable in your mind. So that's from my side this morning. Gabby, thanks, you were awesome. And we did slightly adapt this morning's lesson, boys and girls. We threw in the shapes of the swing, the shadow swings, and the targets, because tomorrow it's going to be a really boring lesson. just like this morning, really, really boring lesson because we're going to go through checkpoints on each stroke. So, Coach Charles, I'm not sure if you want to get in there and maybe mention something.
Well, I think, thank you very much, Gabby and Coach Petrus. I think it was in a nutshell. I think very important that we get our focus on our targets. Make sure that we go into our in our shadow swing routines, and yeah, I think you must all have a great day. I think it's going to be an awesome day.
Yeah, guys, just before we say goodbye, today we're going to send out again, just like day one on grips, we're going to send out papers, and we would really want you to complete that. Film yourself doing a shadow swing routine, upload it to WhatsApp, Team Reach, and interact with us more. You guys should have an awesome day. All the best. Cheers, guys and girls. And stay curious, baby.